So if you're a YouTube content creator like myself, and I know there are a few out there that watch this channel, and thank you, you know that occasionally you will get content block, right? Where you just don't know what to put out and you really can't think of anything. And that's where I was this time yesterday, but I had a really good idea and I'm so excited to share this video with you. I can't wait. So first off, you're looking at google.com. All I did was I just typed in Target Lego and you can see all of these deals right here. This is pretty cool. Now, I've talked about in the past how usually the first or second week of October, Target will have a lot of discounts, and you'll see other places have discounts. But it seems like the last week of October, there's a lot of discounts too, right? Now, I've had a suspicion for a long time that eventually Q4 is just going to be one big Black Friday, Cyber Quarter, if you want to call it, for retailers. And I think every year they're starting to inch towards that. And I think this is evidence of it right here. So lots of good deals that I haven't seen before for Target, Kohl's, Best Buy, all kinds of good stuff. And I hope people out there are taking advantage of these deals. So right now you're looking at the Wolf of Bricks reselling tool. You can see it right here. We just started this a few weeks back. Right now the Patreon members are the ones that are enjoying it. Don't worry, for those people that signed up on the Facebook group, you should be enjoying it any day now. Our programmer came down with COVID, so it was delayed a little bit, right? But I assure the Wolf of Bricks Facebook group, you will be enjoying this reselling tool very soon. Now this is just the 1.0 version of it. We've already started working on 2.0. We're hoping to have that out before the end of the year. As you can see, we just don't have big box retailers in the United States. We also have some in Canada and over in Europe, and we'll be adding more to other places very soon. This is very similar, if not exactly, to the same reselling tool that other people are charging monthly for. But I am happy to offer it to you for free. All you need to do is sign up for the Facebook group. The link is down below. We will only let one more group into the reselling tool before Black Friday. So if this is something you're thinking about, you may want to consider doing it. Well, Jim, this is such a great tool. Why are you offering this to me for free? Because I want you to invite me over for Thanksgiving dinner. Again, the link to sign up for the free tool is in the description. So funny thing is, I was on Amazon.com recently and I saw an alert and I clicked onto it and I wanted to share this with you. Now, just for fun, I do have at times hundreds of Lego sets in my shopping cart that I actually don't intend to buy. I'm just doing some research and I'm curious about a couple things. And that's what prompted this alert right here. There are two alerts, but I want to talk about one specifically. The first one is the Batman Classic Batmobile that I had originally in my shopping cart. The price raised $2 and change. That's pretty good, right? That's something that you want to see if you are selling those Lego sets, right? And then I saw this other notification where the Lego Brickhead's Demogorgon and Once has decreased in value. It's gone from $45 to $43 and change. The other one went from $47 and change to $47 and a lower price point. This is, to be honest, the race to the bottom crap that just annoys me. Now, I don't own this Brickhead set, but if you're a professional Lego reseller and you do have some integrity, this is the last thing that you want to do. Every day we are coming closer and closer to the peak of Q4, which means a lot of everybody's inventory will be gone, which is great, right? So the last thing you want to do leading up to the peak of Q4 is do this race to the bottom crap. It disappoints me. There's an integrity issue that I feel needs to be talked about whenever these people do it, but I just wanted to share as a not best practice, something that you should absolutely never do. So this video is going to talk about sets that retired last year and how they're performing right now before Q4. Most of these sets I didn't pick at random. I picked because I was curious about, but there were two sets I deliberately picked, and we're going to talk about some of them right now. Right now you're looking at Amazon.com, and this is pretty much the Hogwarts Express page for Amazon. Everything Hogwarts Express is on here. There might be a couple other sets, right? Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is that there was a Hogwarts Express that retired last year. And in my opinion, of course, I'm going to sound biased, but it's not just me. The Hogwarts Express that retired last year is probably the best Hogwarts Express that was ever made by LEGO and can be arguably one of the best trains that was ever made by LEGO. Now, the problem is they did release another train, which is right here. And normally that's not necessarily a big deal, right? Because Duplo always releases a birthday train every couple of years. And a lot of times that really has no effect when it comes to resellers. You're still able to resell the older version for a higher price and get somewhat of a respectable ROI. But this Amazon page, not to get conspiratorial, is, in my opinion, the fog of Hogwarts Express. They have buried this set right here because they want you to see all these other sets that are available, and they're trying to block resellers from getting rid of their inventory. Just my thoughts on it. And when you go to Camel 3X, you can see it's really not that impressive. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to pick this out, right? Because not everything is insane when it comes to great ROIs. There is some sobering truth when it comes to LEGO reselling. And I know more people that have this Hogwarts Express LEGO set than the AT-ST Raider, which I have hundreds of, right? So there's really not a lot of good news when it comes to the Hogwarts Express that retired last year, but hopefully there will be better news sometime during the new year. So next up, we're going to talk about the LEGO Ideas International Space Station set number 21321. The current buy box on this is $116 and change. And when you go to Camel 3X, it looks like Camel 3X has redesigned their website, which is great. I said to myself, I actually considered making a website called Beyond a Camel, where there were better features and benefits, but I'm happy that Camel 3X has redid their website. You can see that as soon as it retired, you started to see this incline, which is exactly what you want to see. This spike right here is something that happened during Q4 back in 2021. It went as high as, it looks like, somewhere around $140. And this set is doing well, especially since this LEGO set is less than 12 months from retirement. I've talked about this in the past. It's pretty obvious to me that LEGO NASA sets do very well. I know there are some people that are talking about the lunar lander, and that set has been out there forever, kind of like the Saturn V rocket, but I can't wait to see the price of that lunar lander this time next year. It's just going to do so well, and those people that are armchair quarterbacking the lunar lander, they're going to be proven wrong in the near future. So real quick, before we dive into great performing LEGO sets, I just want to give a quick shout out to our Patreon. In October, we had Jake from Jake's Bricks as a guest for a group chat. In a couple weeks, we're going to have my tax attorney on as a guest, and he's going to be answering a lot of questions to people that are thinking about becoming S-Corps, LLCs. He's going to talk about the Augusta rule. There's a lot of cool things that we're going to be talking about this group chat, and I can't wait to have him. So if this is something you've been considering for a while, again, the link is in the description below. Next up is LEGO Ideas 123 Sesame Street. Now, I really couldn't believe how many people came after me whenever this set first came out, and I said I thought this set would do better than Winnie the Pooh. I highly encourage everybody to stick around to the end so they could see the Excel spreadsheet, because I've kind of tweaked it a little bit different, and I think people will look at this LEGO Ideas set in a different way. I think the retail price on this was $120. The buy box has it for $150 now, but of course you could have gotten this set cheaper if you knew what you were doing. And of course, buying at a cheaper price gives you a better ROI whenever it's time to sell this set. Next up, we have the LEGO Technic Ford F-150 Raptor, set number 42126. Now, of course, this set was selling for $50 this time last year, and if you were one of the people that picked it up, good for you. You're going to have a great time selling this set. The current buy box has it for $160. And again, when we go to the Excel spreadsheet, I will share with you how you could have 100% ROI on this right now. And finally, we have the Volkswagen T2 camper van. This was a set I passed on just because we've talked about in the past how psychology can affect how you buy and sell things. I passed on this one because I had the T1 camper in my hand for such a long time and I just didn't want to deal with another Volkswagen camper. So I let this one go, but the buy box has it currently for $228 and change. And when you go to the Excel, you can see these really aren't that bad ROIs for some of these sets, but I do want to talk about even the low performers. The one that we're not going to do an ROI on right now is the Hogwarts Express, because the ROI on that is negligible. You would probably be selling it at a loss after the Amazon fees. But for the NASA ISS, you're looking at 66%. Sesame Street comes in at 28. The Ford F-150 comes in at 60, and the camper van comes in at 27. Now look what the ROI would be right here if you purchase this for 20% off, right? The ISS is already over 100%. Same thing with the Ford F-150. You have 60% for the Sesame Street and close to 60% for the camper van. Now, some of those sets are under $100, but here's the good news. After the holidays, maybe even before the holidays, but we're gonna be conservative and we're gonna talk about after the holidays, when all of those race to the bottom people that we talked about at the beginning dump their inventory, the price on all of these sets mentioned will go up. And we're just going to be conservative. We're going to say sometime between the beginning and the end of Q1 of next year, the sets that you see will have another 20% increase when it comes to their ROI, which really isn't bad. That takes Sesame Street to 80% at least. That also takes the T1 camper van almost to 80%. But will it go higher? Well, it probably will before Q4 next year. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.